Before each game on the World Rugby 7 circuit, the same choreographed pre-match routine is rolled out. A key component of the pomp and pageantry is what is known to those in the business as the tunnel shot. It's when the two teams line up side by side at the end of the tunnel and do their best to ignore one another as they stare out at the field before them with grim-faced determination. Then, when the signal is given, the players charge out onto the pitch to a fate unknown. Sports broadcaster Ricky Swan-Nell still remembers the day when World Rugby's leading light first appeared at the end of the tunnel. It was the Paris round of 2018-19 season, and a young player by the name of Ilona Maher was making her debut for the US women's team. I remember seeing this big, strong woman. She was built like a brick shithouse basically. I don't think she'd mind me saying that, and she had this bright red lipstick on. We were all just like, whoa, who is this woman? What Swan-Nell, the indefatigable voice of Sevens Rugby, now knows is the way Maher chose to present herself to the world is no accident. That whole beast, beauty, brains tagline, that's been her mantra from day one. Swan-Nell said Ilona's not the captain of the team, she's filled in here and there, but she's never been the full-time captain, but she's always the one to stand at the front and run out first onto the field. That's because, and I think this is relatively common knowledge, she just asked if it would be okay if she went out first and the others were happy to let her do it. Since her debut in Paris, the city where she would 6 years later become the breakout star of the US Olympic team, Maher has remained unafraid to take up space. An intimidating figure on the field, the 28-year-old is equally known for her presence off the field. With more than 8 million combined followers on Instagram and TikTok, Maher has become not only rugby's most followed player, but one of the most influential figures in women's sport. A power athlete deploying her image to inspire future generations. Her impressive social media following has seen Maher take her unique brand of body positivity activism and irreverent humor mainstream. She's graced the cover of Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition, appeared on late-night talk shows, competed on Dancing with the Stars in the US, and signed brand endorsement deals with L'Oreal and Adidas. This week, the Ilona Maher juggernaut careened into Auckland ahead of her side's clash with the Black Ferns in the Pacific 4 Series. Since last year's Olympics, where the US women's team claimed a historic bronze medal, Maher has made the switch to the XV's game, with an eye on making the USA Eagles team for the World Cup in August. And so on Thursday, on a bluebird autumn day in the city, Maher was taking up space at the end of a wharf at the end of the world doing what she does best, spruiking women's rugby and what the game has done for her. Maher fronted local media alongside Black Ferns star Portia Woodman-Wycliffe, widely regarded as the best women's player in the game, as part of a joint media session ahead of Saturday's match at North Harbour Stadium. But it was clear most of the crowd assembled were there for one person. I've not seen a crowd like this at a rugby media stand-up for a long time, observed one seasoned rugby journo. You could sense the hackles rise among the sports scribes in attendance when a pair of high-profile radio hosts kicked the proceedings by challenging Maher and Woodman-Wycliffe to an arm wrestle and took bets among themselves over who would win. The pair gamely played along, turning what could have been a cringy gag into social media gold. After Woodman-Wycliffe was declared the winner of the mock arm wrestle, she was handed the $20. I don't think that's how betting works, joked Maher. I wouldn't know. We don't bet around here because we're pro athletes. But it was after the arm wrestle that Maher really got stuck into her work. The questions followed rapid fire, ranging from eccentric to earnest. For each the affable star had a pitch-perfect answer. Asked whether given her profile she felt pressure to perform on the field, Maher responded, "Being female athletes, we need something for the fans to believe in and want